Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cat. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on second down is Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he stopped immediately there. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Luck now on second down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. On the crossing route, complete. It's Campbell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Locke. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run. And flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
12.
On play action, Rivers rolling to his right. And his pass incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
For a guy who didn't throw a football for 500 days, Luck's looking pretty sharp here early in the year. It's 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Hurry!
Here's Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Get him, boys! To your right. Hurry! To your right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run with Mack. They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Drops it off to Ajayi. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Buffalo wall. Hey!
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Rivers.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Rivers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Second down, Rivers. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. Hey, left.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw on third down, Rivers. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Hey!
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain down to about the 33. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing Rivers. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A run by Mack to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down throw. Lock. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Luck again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will take another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now a toss play. It's Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken around the 12. Able to slither by. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Hey!
They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score, and the Colts add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Orange. 12. 54 is Mike. Check. Alpha! Hey, Delta! Stay there. Alert flare.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are, but they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, Rivers completes it to Ajayi. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Stay there. One out a little bit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Mike's 50. Hey, Delta!
A give to the fullback on the dive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now we're carrying from back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Hines. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Gets past 1 man. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. first down. Rivers. And the grab by Croft. And a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Right back to him on first down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
This is Hines, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back now in Buffalo. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Luck. Quick hitch, complete. It's Campbell. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Stepping up, he's He's going to keep it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Right there. All day, baby.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. First throw now for the backup, Allen. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Able to spin free. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Colts on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. They run with Hines. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Telling me avoid the system.